And welcome back to Neon Trash. Tom and the Hammer here, hanging out with Matt Hayes, Johnny Rocket. It is Friday night. It is Matt Hayes' pick. And what have you brought for us to watch tonight, Matthew Hayes?
Decided to bring a comedy classic starring Steve Martin, Roxanne, based on the play of Cyrano.
Without further ado, motherfuckers, we're going to be kicking off the trailer. Pete that shit.
Shizzle.
And when we get back, you guys are going to know our opinions on the movie Roxanne.
Roxanne is totally enchanting.
Hello, darling.
It's easily Steve Martin's best picture.
I think it's great!
A romantic lark that touches the heart while it tickles the funny bone.
Say something romantic.
Roxanne is a movie to love. Don't miss it.
Oh, dirty love!
Stunningly beautiful.
Hey!
Steve Martin is one of the screen's funniest guys.
Why don't you just get that nose job?
I did.
Roxanne, rated PG. Starts Friday at select theaters.
We just got done watching Roxanne, this rom-com from the 80s. Yeah, starring Steve Martin and Daryl Hannah. I like this movie a lot because I grew up watching it. So, let's see what the other people have to say about it.
What an intro! Wow, way to roll out the old red carpet to Tom and the Hammer here.
Not delivered.
Yeah, I gotta deliver. I gotta deliver the same way Steve Martin kind of delivers his lines in this movie, which is to say, very over the top. It's a funny movie. I like this film, and I do remember it from my youth. There was definitely a couple of moments in this movie that sent me back, and they were just as funny as I remember them being. With that being said, though, do I consider this to be Steve Martin's best movie? Probably not. We were discussing that, or at least I was discussing that I think that Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, or maybe even Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid, are probably his best films.
That's a good one.
But this is not bad. I mean, this is early Steve Martin.
I mean, this is one of those movies that my dad showed me a long ass time ago. Like, as I was watching it, like, I remembered like the tiniest bits and pieces, but then as I was watching it, I was like, oh yes, I remember this. Okay, yeah, now I remember that. Like, it's, I don't know, maybe he showed it to me too early. Like, it was just, I don't know, I didn't really grasp it when I was that young. I just remember it was like, kind of, you know, I remember like the slapstickiness of it, you know, which was harking back to me like Three Stooges kind of stuff I'd watched before. Like, it was, I don't know, especially with all the little sound effects here and there, it made it kind of zany and kind of cartoon-like. You know, I like cartoons then, I like them now, so when it comes to theater on film, like, this is probably just about tops in my book, honestly. You know, just sheer fact of the actors, like our main three, like the love triangle, like they really bring it, they send it, you know, coupled with that, you know, slapsticky bit, it really helped. I don't know, it sold it in a theater kind of way for me, so I'll give it some props for that.
I grew up watching this, always liked it, always, you know, got a good laugh, got a good smile. No matter what was going on, this is always a good one to watch for me. Maybe she had the tongue.
Oh.
Leave you hanging.
Damn. You know, like I was saying earlier, I can't help but stack this up to the other Steve Martin movies out there. It's definitely not my favorite, but it's definitely not a bad movie. Out of 10 stars, I could give the old Roxanne, I'm going 6.5, almost a 7.
Alright, yeah, this is not my favorite Steve Martin work either. Kind of have to go with The Jerk on that one.
Oh, who doesn't like The Jerk? That was a great one.
I mean, it's, I don't know, it's too good to not.
Or the poor black man.
But I want to give it like a 7, but just because this was, I mean, I love theater, and this is actually theater done well on the big screen, I'm going to give it an extra half star, 7.5 stars.
Alright. Gonna be a little higher than both of you guys because of the nostalgia.
Oh,
you know, I gotta sax you up, guys. I mean, it's the 80s
there was
music.
a lot of sax.
A lot of sax. A lot of sax.
There was a lot of sax.
Don't confuse that word, though. No. So, I'm gonna give it a solid 8.5.
Wow.
Because
there you
just,
go.
yeah,
There's the extra star from
because of just the nostalgia and just the funniness about it, and just everything was, in my opinion, was a great adaptation of the original Cyrano play.
You guys have it. That's Roxanne,
right there,
starring the old
There it
Steve
is.
Martin, 1980s classic rom-com about a guy with a big schnoz.
I mean, you never thought you'd be so interested in a movie about a guy with a giant nose. But
Yeah, apparently. There's definitely some comedic moments.
Some messages.
We've been informative, motherfuckers.
I hope so.
Until the next time, don't turn your noses up to the neon trash. Boy, did I fuck
Look down
that
the
up.
nose.
Look down your nose.
Down your nose, this is
Because
awful.
you know what, guys? Something definitely stinks.
Uh.
Adios.